What is ye? Whom do ye want? What is ye? Whom do ye want? Bar and key, shackle and cord, fetter and chain, dungeon of stone, all are in vain. Prisoners flown. Spite of ye all, he is free, he is free. Whom do ye want? Pretty warders are ye. Pretty warders are ye. Whom do ye want? Spite of ye all, he is free, he is free. Whom do ye want? Pretty warders are ye. Up and down and in and out, here and there and round about, every change of every house, every chink that holds a mouse, every crevice in the keep, where a beetle black will creep, every outlet, every drain, have we searched but all in vain. All we notice I need, every house, every chink, every drain, every outlet, have we searched but all in vain. What does our we want? What does our we? Whom do we want? What do we want? Find out our soul, he is free, What does our we? He is free. Find out our soul, he is free, Find out our soul, he is free, Pretty waters are we, he is free. He is free. Pretty waters are we, he is free. He is free. Pretty waters are we.
The Merry Jests of Hugh Ambrose, number 7063. The Poor Wit and the Rich Counsellor. A certain poor wit, being an hungered, did meet a well-fed counsellor. Marry, fool, quoth the counsellor, whither away? In truth, said the poor wag, in that I have eaten naught these 2 days, I do wither away, and that right rapidly. The counsellor laughed hugely, and gave him a sausage. The counsellor was easier to please than my new master, the lieutenant. I would like to take post under that counsellor. Ah, 'tis but melancholy mumming when poor heartbroken, jilted Jack Point must needs turn to Hugh Ambrose for original light humour.
Ah, Master Point.
Ha! Friend Jailer. Jailer that wast. Jailer that never shalt be more. Jailer that jailed not, or that jailed, if jail he did, so unjailily that 'twas but jerry jailing, or jailing in joke, though no joke to him who, by unjailer-like jailing, did so jeopardize his jailership. Come, take heart, smile, laugh, wink, twinkle, thou tormentor that tormentest none, thou racker that rackest not, thou pincher out of place. Come, take heart, and be merry, as I am. As I am. Aye, it's well for thee to laugh. Thou hast a good post, and hast cause to be merry. Cause? Are we not all cause? Is not the world a big butt of humour, into which all who will may drive a gimlet? See, I am a salaried wit. Is there aught in nature more ridiculous? A poor, dull, heartbroken man, who must needs be merry, or he will be whipped. He must rejoice, lest he starve. who must jest you, jibe you, quip you, crank you, rack you, riddle you from hour to hour, from day to day, from year to year, lest he dwindle, perish, starve, pine, and die. Why, when there's naught else to laugh at, I laugh at myself till I ache for it. Yet I have often thought that a jester's calling would suit me to a hair. Thee? Would suit thee, thou death's head and crossbones? I have a pretty wit, a light, airy, joysome wit, spliced with anecdotes of prison cells and the torture chamber. Oh, a very delicate wit. I've tried it on many a prisoner, and there have been some who smiled. Now, it is not easy to make a prisoner smile. It should not be difficult to be a good jester, seeing that thou art one. Difficult? Nothing easier. Nothing easier. Attend, and I will prove it to thee. Oh, a private buffoon is a light-hearted loon if you listen to popular rumour. From the morn to the night he's so joyous and bright, and he bubbles with wit and good humour. He's so quaint and so terse, both in prose and in verse, yet though people forgive his transgression, there are one or two rules that all family fools must observe if they love their profession. There are one or two rules, half a dozen maybe, that all family fools of whatever degree must observe if they love their profession. If you wish to succeed as a jester, you'll need to consider each person's auricular. What is all right for B would quite scandalise C, for C is so very particular. And D may be dull, and E's very thick skull is as empty of brains as a ladle, while F is F sharp, and will cry with a carp that he's known your best joke from his cradle. When your humour they flout, you can't let yourself go, and it does put you out when a person says, "Oh, I've known that old joke from me cradle." If your master is surly from getting up early, and tempers are short in the morning, an inopportune joke is enough to provoke him to give you at once a month's warning, then if you refrain he is at you again, for he likes to get value for money. He'll ask then and there, with an insolent stare, if you know that you pay to be funny. That's to the task of a nobleman's place, when your principal asks with a scowl on his face, if you know that you're paid to be funny. Comes a bishop maybe, or a solemn DD, oh beware of his anger provoking. Better not pull his hair, don't stick pins in his chair, he don't understand practical joking. If a jest that you crack have an orthodox smack, you may get a bland smile from these sages, but should it by chance be imported from France, half a crown is stopped out of your wages. It's a general rule, though your zeal it may quench, if the family fool tells a joke that's too French, half a crown is stopped out of his wages. Though your head it may rack with a bilious attack, and your senses with toothache you're losing, don't be mopey and flat, they don't fine you for that, if you're properly acquainted amusing. Though your wife ran away with a soldier that day, and took whoever your trifle of money, bless your heart, they don't mind, they're exceedingly kind, they don't blame you as long as you're funny. It's a comfort to feel if your partner should flit, though you suffer a deal, they don't mind it a bit. They don't blame you as long as you're funny. And so, thou wouldst be a jester, eh?
Aye.
Now, listen. My sweetheart, Elsie Maynard, was secretly wed to this Fairfax half an hour ere he escaped.
She did well.
She did nothing of the kind, so hold thy peace and perpend. Now, while he liveth, she is dead to me, and I to her, and so, my jibes and jokes notwithstanding, I am the saddest and sorriest dog in England. Thou art a very dull dog indeed. Now, if thou wilt swear that thou didst shoot this Fairfax while he was trying to swim across the river, it needs but the discharge of an arquebus on a dark night, and that he sank and was seen no more, I'll make thee the very Archbishop of Jesters, and that in 2 days' time. Now, what sayest thou? I am to lie? Heartily, but thy lie must be a lie of circumstance, which I will support with the testimony of eyes, ears, and tongue. And thou wilt qualify me as a jester? As a jester amongst jesters. I will teach thee all my original songs, my self-constructed riddles, my own ingenious paradoxes. Nay, more, I will reveal to thee the source from whence I get them. Now, what sayest thou? Why, if it be but a lie thou wantest of me, I hold it cheap enough, and I say, yes, it's a bargain.
Hereupon we both agreed, all that we two do agree to will secure by solemn deed to prevent all error mental. You on Elsie are to call with a story grim and gory, how this Fairfax died and all. I declare to, you're to swear to, I to swear to, I declare to, I to swear to, I declare to, I declare to, you declare to, I declare to. Tell a tale of cock and bull, of convincing detailful, tale tremendous and defend us. What a tale of cock and bull! In return for your part, I am making undertaking to instruct you in the art amazing, wonder-raising of a jester jesting free, proposition, high ambition, and a lively one I'll be. Wagger-wagging, never flagging, wagger-wagging, never flagging, wagger-wagging, never flagging, wagger-wagging, wagger-wagging, never wagging. Tell a tale of cock and bull, of convincing detailful, tale tremendous and defend us. What a tale of cock and bull! What a tale of cock! What a tale of bull! What a tale of cock! What a tale of bull! What a tale of cock and bull! Cock and bull! Cock and bull! And defend us! What a tale of cock and
A day and a half gone, and no news of poor Fairfax. The dolts! They seek him everywhere, save within a dozen yards of his dungeon. So, I am free. Free, but for the cursed haste with which I hurried headlong into the bonds of matrimony with heaven knows whom. As far as I remember, she should have been young. But even had not her face been concealed by her kerchief, I doubt whether, in my then plight, I should have taken much note of her. Free? Bah! The tower bonds were but a thread of silk compared with these conjugal fetters which I, fool that I was, placed upon mine own hands. From the one I broke readily enough. How to break the other?
Free from his fetters grim, free to depart, free both in life and limb, in all but heart, to an unknown bride for good and ill. Ah, is not one so tight, a prisoner still, a prisoner still? Ah, is not one so tight, a prisoner still? Free, yet in fetters held, till his last hour, chives that no smith can weld, no rust devour. Although King Henry's hand had set him free, of all the captive band, the saddest he, the saddest he. Of all the captive band, the saddest, saddest he.
Well, Sergeant Merrill, and how fares thy pretty charge, Elsie Maynard?
Well enough, sir. She is quite strong again, and leaves us tonight.
Thanks to Dame Carruthers' kind nursing, eh?
Aye, deuce take the old witch. Ah, 'twas but a sorry trick you played on me, sir, to bring the fainting girl to me. Gave the old lady an excuse for taking up her quarters in my house. For the last 2 years I've shunned her like the plague. Another day of it, and she would have married me. Good Lord, here she is again. I'll e'en go.
Nay, Sergeant Merrill, don't go. I have something of grave import to say to thee.
It's coming. I' faith, I'm not wanted here.
Nay, Master Leonard, I've naught to say to thy father that his son may not hear.
True, I'm one of the family. I had forgotten.
'Tis about this Elsie Maynard. A pretty girl, Master Leonard.
Aye, fair as peach blossom. What then?
She hath a liking for thee, or I mistake not.
With all my heart. She's as dainty a little maid as you'll find in a midsummer day's march.
Then be warned in time, and give not thy heart to her. Oh, I know what it is to give my heart to one who will have none of it.
Aye, she knows all about that. And why is my boy to take heed of her? She's a good girl, Dame Carruthers.
Good enough, for aught I know. But she's no girl. She's a married woman.
A married woman? Tush, old lady. She's promised to Jack Point, the lieutenant's new jester.
Tush in thy teeth, old man. As my niece Kate sat by her bedside today, this Elsie slept. And as she slept, she moaned and groaned, and turned this way and that way, and how shall I marry one I have never seen, quoth she. Then 100 crowns, quoth she. Then is it certain he will die in an hour, quoth she. Then I love him not, and yet I am his wife, quoth she. Is it not so, Kate?
Aye, aunt, 'tis even so.
Art thou sure of all this?
Aye, sir, for I wrote it all down on my tablets.
Now mark my words. It was of this Fairfax she spoke, and he is her husband, or I'll swallow my kirtle.
Is it true, sir? True? Why, the girl was raving. Why should she marry a man who had but an hour to live?
Marry? there be those who would marry but for a minute, rather than die old maids.
I know one of them.
Strange adventure, maiden wedded to a groom she's never seen. Never seen. Groom about to be beheaded in a long tower green. Tower green. Groomed in dreary dungeon lying, groom as good as dead or dying, for a pretty maiden sigh, pretty maid of 17, 17. Strange adventure that we're trolling, modest maid and gallant groom, gallant groom. While the funeral bell is tolling, tolling, bim-bam boom, bim-bam, bim-bam, bim-bam boom. Modest maiden will not tarry, though at 16 years she carry. She must marry, though the altar be her tomb. Tower tomb. Though the altar be her tomb. Tower
So, my mysterious bride is no other than this winsome Elsie. By my hand, 'tis no such ill plunge in fortune's lucky bag. I might have fared worse with my eyes open, but she comes, now, to test her principles. 'Tis not every husband who has a chance of wooing his own wife. Mistress Elsie.
Master Leonard.
So, thou leavest us tonight.
Yes, Master Leonard. I've been kindly tended, and I almost fear I'm loath to go.
And this Fairfax, wast thou glad when he escaped?
Why, truly, Master Leonard, it is a sad thing that a young and gallant gentleman should die in the very fullness of his life.
Then, when thou didst faint in my arms, it was for joy at his safety.
It may be so. I was highly wrought, Master Leonard, and I am but a girl, and so, when I'm highly wrought, I faint.
Now, dost thou not know, I am consumed with a parlous jealousy.
Thou? And of whom?
Why, of this Fairfax, surely.
Of Colonel Fairfax?
Aye. Shall I be frank with thee? Elsie, I love thee ardently, passionately. Elsie, I have loved thee these 2 days, which is a long time, and I would fain join my life to thine.
Master Leonard, thou art jesting.
Jesting? May I shrivel into raisins if I jest. I love thee with a love that is a fever, with a love that is a frenzy, with a love that eateth up my heart. What sayest thou? Thou wilt not let my heart be eaten up?
Oh, mercy, what am I to say?
Dost thou love me, or hast thou been insensible these 2 days?
I love all brave men.
Nay, there is love in excess. I thank heaven there are many brave men in England, but if thou lovest them all, I withdraw my thanks.
I love the bravest best. But, sir, I may not listen. I am not free. I am a wife.
Thou, a wife? Whose? His name? His hours are numbered. Nay, his grave is dug and his epitaph set up. Come, his name.
Oh, sir, keep my secret. It is the only barrier that fate can set up between us. My husband is none other than Colonel Fairfax.
The greatest villain unhung. The most ill-favoured, ill-mannered, ill-natured, ill-omened, ill-tempered dog in Christendom.
He is very like. He is naught to me, for I never saw him. I was blindfolded, and he was to have died within the hour. And he did not die, and I am wedded to him, and my heart is broken.
He was to have died, and he did not die? The scoundrel! The perjured, traitorous villain! Thou shouldst have insisted on his dying first, to make sure. 'Tis the only way with these Fairfaxes.
I now wish I had.
Bloodthirsty little maiden. A fig for this Fairfax. Be mine. He will never know. He dares not show himself, and if he dare, what art thou to him? Fly with me, Elsie. We will be married tomorrow, and thou shalt be the happiest wife in England.
Master Leonard, I am amazed. Is it thus that brave soldiers speak to poor girls? Oh, for shame, I am wed. Not the less because I love not my husband. I am a wife, and I have a duty. And, oh, sir, thy words terrify me. They're not honest. They're wicked words, and unworthy thy great and brave heart. Oh, shame upon thee! Shame upon thee!
Nay, Elsie, I did but jest. I spake but to try thee, and... Hark! What was that, sir? Why, an arquebus fired from the wharf, unless I much mistake. Strange, and at such an hour. What can it mean? Now what can that have been? A shot so late at night, enough to cause a fright. What can the portent mean?
A foe in the land is London.
A foe in the land is London to be led. What are we to expect? What danger is at hand? What danger is at hand? Who fired that shot? At once a truth declare. My lord, 'twas I, to rashly judge forbear. My lord, 'twas he, to rashly judge forbear. Like a ghost is vigil keeping, or a spectre all appalling, I beheld a figure creeping, I should rather call it crawling. He was creeping, he was crawling, he was creeping, creeping, crawling. He was creeping, he was crawling, he was creeping, creeping, crawling. Not a moment's hesitation on myself upon him flung, with a hurried exclamation to his draperies I hung. Then we closed with one another in a rough and tumble smother. Colonel Fairfax and no other was the man to whom I clung. Colonel Fairfax and no other, Colonel Fairfax and no other, Colonel Fairfax and no other was the man to whom he clung.
After mighty tug and tussle, it resembled more a struggle. He might dint a stronger muscle, or by some infernal chuckle, from my clutches quickly sliding. I should rather call it slipping, with a view no doubt of hiding, or escaping to the shipping. With a gasp and with a quiver, describe it as a shiver. Down he dived into the river, and alas I cannot swim. It seems nothing but a shiver with a gasp and with a quiver. Down he dived into the river, it was very brave of him. Ingenuity is catching with the view marking of pleasing arquebus from sentient snatching, rather call it seizing with an ounce or two of lead. I dispatched him through the head. With an ounce or two of lead, he dispatched him through the head. I discharged him without winking, little time I lost him thinking, like a stone I saw him sinking, I should say a lump of lead. He discharged him without winking, little time he lost him thinking, like a stone I saw him sinking, I should say a lump of lead. Like a stone me boy said, like a heavy lump of lead. Like a stone me boy said, like a heavy lump of lead. Anyhow the man is dead, with a stone or lump of lead. Anyhow, a man is head, and with a stone or lump of lead. Armed buzzards and she's seizing with the few his king of pleasing. Armed buzzards and she's seizing with the few his king of pleasing. We've been shouting from the head, and he's very, very dead. And he's very, very little with a stone or lump of lead. It is very, very sudden, and he's very, very dead. Stone! Lead. The river must be dragged. No time be lost. The body must be found at any cost. To this attend, without undue delay. So set to work with what dispatch ye may. Yes, yes, we'll set to work with what dispatch we may. In the scheme of getting through all its weight and such. Was bravely done, now by my head was bravely done.
Nay, sweetheart, be comforted. This Fairfax was but a pestilent fellow, and as he had to die, he might as well die thus as any other way. 'Twas a good death.
Still, he was my husband. And had he not been, he was nevertheless a living man. Now he is dead. And so, by your leave, my tears may flow unchidden, Master Point.
And thou didst see all this?
Aye, with both eyes at once. This and that. The testimony of one eye is naught. He may lie. But when it is corroborated by the other, it is good evidence that none may gainsay. Here are both present in court, ready to swear to him.
But art thou sure it was Colonel Fairfax? Saw you his face?
Aye, and a plaguey ill-favoured face too. A very hangdog face. A felon face. A face to fright the headsman himself and make him strike awry. Oh, a plaguey bad face, take my word for it. How they laugh. 'Tis ever thus with simple folk. An accepted wit has but to say, pass the mustard, and they roll their ribs out. If ever I come to life again, thou shalt pay for this, Master Point. Now, Elsie, thou art free to choose again. So, behold me. I am young and well-favoured. I have a pretty wit. I can jest you, jibe you, quip you, crank you, rack you, riddle you. Tush, man, thou knowest not how to woo. 'Tis not to be done with time-worn jests and threadbare sophistries, with quips, conundrums, rhymes, and paradoxes. 'Tis an art in itself, and must be studied gravely and conscientiously.
A man who would woo a fair maid should prentice himself to the trade, and study all day in methodical way how to flatter, cajole, and persuade. He should prentice himself at 14, and practice from morning till eve. And when he's of age, if he will unengage, he may capture the heart of a queen, the heart of a queen. It is purely a matter of skill, which all may attain if they will. But every Jackie must study the knack if he wants to make sure of his Jill, if he wants to make sure of his Jill.
He's made the best use of his time, his twig he's so carefully lined, that every bird will come down at his word, whatever its plumage or climb. He must learn that the thrill of a touch may mean little or nothing or much. It's an instrument rare to be handled with care, and ought to be treated as such, ought to be treated as such.
It is purely a matter of skill, which all may attain if they will. But every Jackie must study the knack if he wants to make sure of his Jill, if he wants to make sure of his Jill. Then a glance may be timid or free, it will vary in mighty degree, from an impudent stare to a look of despair that though made without pity can see. And a glance of despair is no guide, it may have its ridiculous side. It may draw you a tear, or a box on the ear. You can never be sure till you've tried, never be sure till you've tried. It is purely a matter of skill, which all may attain if they will. But every Jackie must study the knack if he wants to make sure of his Jill, if he wants to make sure of his Jill. But every Jackie must study the knack, study the knack, if he wants to make sure of his Jill. Yes, every chap must study the knack if he wants to make sure of his Jill. Now, listen to me. 'Tis done thus. Mistress Elsie, there is one here who, as thou knowest, loves thee right well. That he does, right well. He is but a man of poor estate, but he hath a loving, honest heart. He will be a true and trusty husband to thee, and if thou wilt be his wife, thou shalt lie curled up in his heart, like a little squirrel in its nest. 'Tis a pretty figure. A maggot in a nut lies closer, but a squirrel will do. He knoweth that thou wast a wife, an unloved and unloving wife, and his poor heart was near to breaking. But now that thine unloving husband is dead, and thou art free, he would fain pray that thou wouldst hearken unto him, and give him hope that thou wouldst one day be his. He presses her hands, and he whispers in her ear, "Odds bodykins, what does it mean?" Now, sweetheart, tell me, wilt thou be this poor good fellow's wife?
If the good, brave man, is he a brave man?
So men say. That's not true, but let it pass this once.
If the brave man will be content with a poor, penniless, untaught maid,
Widow, but let that pass.
I will be his true and loving wife, and that with my heart of hearts.
My own dear love. Why, what's all this? Brother! Brother, it is not seemly. Oh, I can't let that pass. Hold! Enough, Master Leonard. An advocate should have his fee. But methinks thou art overpaying thyself. Nay, that is for Elsie to say. I promised thee I would show thee how to woo, and herein lies the proof of the virtue of my teaching. Go thou, and apply it elsewhere.
Where a wooer goes a-wooing, naught is truer than his joy.
Maiden hushing, all his suing, boldly blushing, bravely coy, bravely coy. Only blushing. Oh, the happy days of doing. Oh, the happy days of doing. Oh, the sighing and the suing. Where a wooer goes a-wooing. Oh, the sweet sad never cloy.
When a brother leaves his sister for another, sister weeps, tears that trickle, tears that blister, 'tis but mickle, sister reaps, tears that trickle, tears that blister.
Oh, the doing and undoing. Oh, the doing and undoing. Oh, the sighing and the suing. Where a brother goes a-wooing, and the sobbing sister weeps. Where the jester is outwitted, feelings fester, heart is led, food for fishes, only fitted, jester wishes he were dead. Food for fishes, only fitted, jester wishes he were dead. Oh, the doing and undoing, oh, the sighing and the suing, where the jester goes a-wooing, and he wishes he were dead. Oh, the doing and undoing, oh, the sighing and the suing, where the jester goes a-wooing, and he wishes he were dead. He wishes he were dead.
And I helped that man to escape. And I kept his secret, pretended that I was his dearly loving sister, and done everything I could think of to make folk believe I was his loving sister. This is his gratitude. Before I pretend to be sister to anybody again, I'll turn nun and be sister to everybody, one as much as another.
In tears, eh? What a plague art thou grizzling for now?
Why am I grizzling? Thou hast often wept for jealousy. Well, 'tis for jealousy I weep now. I, yellow, bilious, jaundiced jealousy. So make the most of that, Master Wilfred.
But I have never given thee cause for jealousy. Lieutenant's cookmaid and I are but the merest gossips.
Jealous of thee? Bah! I'm jealous of no craven cock on the hill who crows about what he'd do and he dared. I am jealous of another and a better man than thou. Set that down, Master Wilfred, and he is to marry Elsie Maynard, the little pale fool. Set that down, Master Wilfred. My heart is well nigh broken. There, thou hast it all. Make the most of it.
The man thou lovest is to marry Elsie Maynard? Why, that is no other than thy brother, Leonard Merrill.
Oh, mercy, what have I said?
Why, what manner of brother is this, thou lying little jade?
Speak! Who is this man whom thou hast called brother, and fondled, and cuddled, and kissed? With my connivance too. Oh, Lord, with my connivance. Ha! Should it be this Fairfax? It is! It is this accursed Fairfax! It's Fairfax! Fairfax!
Whom thou hast just shot through the head and who lies at the bottom of the river.
I may have been mistaken. We are but fallible mortals, the best of us. But I'll make sure. I'll make sure.
Stay! One word. I think it cannot be Fairfax. Mind I say I think, because thou hast just slain Fairfax. But whether he be Fairfax or no Fairfax, he is to marry Elsie, and as thou hast shot him through the head, and he is dead, be content with that, and I will be thy wife.
Is that sure?
Aye, sure enough. There's no help for it. Thou art a very brute, but even brutes must marry, I suppose.
My beloved. Phoebe, rejoice, for I bring glad tidings. Colonel Fairfax's reprieve was signed 2 days since, but it was foully and maliciously kept back by Secretary Poltwhistle, who designed that it should arrive after the Colonel's death. It hath just come to hand, and it is now in the Lieutenant's possession.
Then the Colonel is free? Oh, kiss me, my dear, kiss me again and again.
Odds bobs, death of me life! Art thou mad? Am I mad? Are we all mad?
Oh, my dear, I'm well nigh crazed with joy.
Come away from him, thou hussy, thou jade, thou kissing, clinging cockatrice. And as for thee, sir, devil take thee, I'll rip thee like a herring for this. I'll skin thee for it. I'll cleave thee to the charn. Phoebe, who is this man?
Peace, fool. He is my brother.
Another brother? Are there any more of them? Produce them all at once and let me know the worst.
This is the real Leonard Dolt. The other was but his substitute. The real Leonard, I say. My father's own son.
How do I know this? Has he brother writ large on his brow? I mistrust thy brothers. Thou art but a false jade.
Now, Wilfred, be just. Truly, I did deceive thee before, but it was to save a precious life, and to save it not for me, but for another. There to be wed this very day. Is not this enough for thee? Come, I am thy Phoebe, thy very own. We will be wed in a year, or 2, or 3 at the most. Is that not enough for thee?
Phoebe, hast thou heard the brave news?
Aye, father.
I'm nigh mad with joy. Why, what's all this?
Oh, father, he discovered our secret through my folly, and the price of his silence is...
Phoebe's art.
Oh, dear, no. Phoebe's hand.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
'Tis pity, but the Colonel had to be saved at any cost, and as thy folly revealed our secret, thy folly must e'en suffer for it. Dame Carruthers.
So, this is a plot to shield this arch-fiend, and I have detected it.
A word from me, and 3 heads besides his would roll from their shoulders.
Nay, Colonel Fairfax is reprieved. Yet, if my complicity in his escape were known, plague on the old meddler, there's nothing for it. Hush, pretty one. Such bloodthirsty words ill become thy cherry lips.
Sergeant Merrill!
Why, look ye, Chuck, for many a month I've thought to myself, there's snug love saving up in that middle-aged bosom for someone. Why not for thee? That's me. So, take heart and tell her, that's thee, that thou, that's me, lovest her, thee, and well, I'm a miserable old man, and I've done it, and that's me. But not a word about Fairfax. The price of thy silence is
Merrill's heart?
No, Merrill's hand.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
Rapture, when love's votary, flushed with capture, seeks the notary. Joy in jollity, there is poverty, reigns frivolity. Rapture, joy in jollity, there is poverty, reigns frivolity. Rapture, doleful, when humanity with its soulful of satanity, courting privity, down declivity, seeks captivity. Doleful, courting privity, down declivity, seeks captivity. Doleful, joyful, when virginity seeks all coyful man's affinity. Fate or flowery, bright and bowery, is her dowry. Joyful, fate or flowery, bright and bowery, is her dowry. Joyful, ghastly, when man sorrowful, firstly, lastly, of tomorrowful, after tarrying, yields to harrying, goes a marrying. Ghastly, joyful, ghastly, joyful, ghastly, Doleful, when humanity wished his social of satanity, courting privity, down declivity, saints captivity. Courting privity, down declivity, saints captivity. Rapture, doleful, rapture, doleful,
So pretty and bright, a blushing, timidly shrinking, sweet of thy is the sight, sheerly pretty and bright. Brave is the youth to whom I not unwillingly gave. Loving as loving can be. humankind. That other times on close inspection, some lacking things we shall find. If this be so, and men say truly, a day of joy has broken duly. With happiness, my soul is cloyed. With happiness is cloyed. With happiness, my soul is cloyed. This is my joy, they unalloyed, unalloyed. This is my joy, they unalloyed.
Yes, yes, with happiness her soul is cloyed. This is her joy divine. Hold, pretty one, I bring to thee news, good or ill. It is for thee to say. Thy husband lives, and he is free, and comes to claim his bride this very day.
No, no, recall those words, it cannot be.
All thought of Leonard Merrill set aside. Thou art mine own, I claim thee as my bride. Thou art his own, as he claims thee as his bride.
The suppliant at thy feet I fall. My heart will yield to pity's call.
Mine is a heart of massive rock, unmoved by sentimental shock. My husband he.
Let my loved one come to me. They bear me hence away. But though they take me far from thee, my heart is thine forever. My bruised heart, my broken heart is thine, my own forever. Is thine, is thine, my own is Sir, I obey. I am thy bride. But ere the fatal hour I said the say that placed me in thy power, would I had died. Sir, I obey. I am thy bride. Leonard!
My heart with happiness and souls on cloud. This is a jolly day alright. With happiness and souls on cloud. This is a jolly day alright.
O faultless crew, ye know not what ye do. Attend to me, and shed a tear or two, for I have a song to sing.
Sing me your song.
It is sung to the moon by a lovelorn loon who fled from the mocking throng. Oh, it's a song of a merry man moping mum, whose soul was sad and whose glance was glum, who sipped no sup and who craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady.
I have a song to sing. Oh.
Sing me your song.
Sung with a ring of a song's made sing, who love with a love lifelong. Oh, it's a song of a merry maid, dearly crowned, who loved the Lord and who laughed aloud at the moan of the merry man moping mum, whose soul was sad and whose glance was glum, who sipped no sup and who craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady. Lady, lady, misery me, lack-a-day-dee, he sipped no sup and he craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady. Sing me your song, I have a song to sing. It is sung with a ring of the songs made sing, who love with a love lifelong. Oh, it's a song of a merry maid, peerly proud, who loved the Lord and who laughed aloud at the moan of the merry man moping mum, whose soul was sad and whose glance was glum, who sipped no sup and who craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady. Lady, lady, misery me, lack-a-day-dee, he sipped no sup and he craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady. sing me your song, no. I have a song to sing, oh. It is sung with a sigh and a tear in the eye, for it tells of a righted wrong, oh. It's a song of a merry maid once so gay, who turned on her heel and tripped away from a peacock popinjay bravely born, who turned up his noble nose with scorn at the humble heart that he did not prize. So she begged on her knees with downcast eyes for the love of a merry man, moping man, whose soul was sad and whose glance was glad, who sipped no sup, who craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady